Good afternoon. It's Sunday, the something of May, and yesterday was cold and grey and sort of almost wintry, and today's absolutely gorgeous. And Ed and the kids, they've all gone off to the pictures, so you're going to sit inside a dark building and watch a film. So I got dropped off sort of nearly at sort of Burwarton, but not quite. But this to me is the top of the Simon Evans Way. It's not the official top, but it's actually the old railway line. This is the old Ditton Priors light railway, and this is what's left of it. And this bit's like a permissive route, so it's been you're allowed to walk on it. And also a bridleway. And myself and the dog, we're going to walk back home. So I've done this walk before, but a while ago. So yeah, it's just too nice not to, isn't it? And a load of people from Clibbury did the whole Simon Evans Way yesterday. So well done to them. That's I think it's about 16 or 18 miles, the whole thing. And so it inspired me. So I thought, oh, I'd just like to go and see that again, especially now everything's woken up for summer, spring, summer, everything's all green and fresh, my favourite time of the year. So I'll go and have a ramble, so I'll see you a bit later. Some of the original concrete posts from the old railway line, so you can see the straight raised area where the track would have been. I'd love to have been on that just once, a time machine, and just go back on, have a go on that railway. It'd be amazing. And that in there is the River Ree. This is what the Simon Evans Way is all about. It sort of follows the River Ree all the way out, and I think coming up on the official start, which is Diddlewick Farm. I'll say the official start. It's not the start, is it? It's the northern tip of it, because at that point he would have delivered to that farm and then turned round and headed back. The farmer spending his fortune on the gates. I don't know how much this string costs, but no expense spared here, is there? Come on then. Lovely old oak tree there. See that? Even they're in leaf now, so spring is well and truly here. Not many left. There's a few. Came down here on my bike a few times over the last sort of month or two, and it's a nice ride, but it's all lush and green. It doesn't make a difference. Just looks so much more welcoming. Okay, I think we are now officially on the Simon Evans Way. I don't know who lives in there. A badger? Somebody will tell me. All this soil out there. Who does that? We are at the railway bridge over the River Ree. There it is. Just put there, all elevated section along there. This would be brilliant if there was enough of it and they could make it into something like the High Peak Trail. Wouldn't it be brilliant to be able to ride from Clibbury to Ditton Priors and back along the old railway line? Unfortunately, a lot of bits seem to be privately owned. I don't know if they ever actually bought them or they just sort of ended up with them, but there's lots of bits where you just can't go on. It says no access, does annoy me because it'd be really nice just to walk along that route. Okay, anyway, rant over. We'll crack on. Down here, a couple of years ago, I was walking with my big camera and 400mm lens that I lugged about, and I actually saw I think it was either a stoat or a weasel. Might have been a pine marten. They really did. He had a white chest. But we both sort of stopped and looked at each other, and then he ran off. But never seen anything like that down here. But we're going quite quietly today, so we just might. Sorry about the bouncing screen, but I'm doing this on my phone today, so haven't got any sort of stability thing. We're just about to leave the railway line now. We're just coming up to the road, and this little bit down here is where there's a picture you've seen of the Simon Evans where he's in a little shed, a little sort of 4-foot square shed. I think he's smoking a pipe or something, but apparently it was where either the post got dropped off or where he would sit and sort it. But I'll show you where that is just in a second. But yeah, the railway line would carry straight on to the left hand side of the river, and the walk goes the other side up a Bridleways. So yeah, because obviously the railway bit's private. Yeah, it'd be nice just to stick to the railway line, wouldn't it? So anyway, I'll show you that little area. Basically, it would have been in there somewhere, and there's obviously nothing left of it. There might be, I don't know if there's a little concrete pad or something that it was sat on, but obviously the building's gone. The reason you can tell is because if you look at some of the pictures when those trees aren't so high, you can actually see the Clee Hill in the background, so you can sort of work out where it was taken. So yeah, we're going to cross the river and then go up this track. Last time I came down here it was a swamp. It was lovely to start with, and then it was horrible. So hopefully it's a bit drier. It's the River Ree. And we're going down here. There we go. This is that bit of Bridleways I was on about, but it is still wet, which is amazing considering it only rained for about 2 months. But yeah, nice little bluebells here. But yeah, it's much better today. Come on then. Got a dog with me. Got these long leads thing she can go on, and I tried to let her off, which is quite brave. Doesn't always want to come back, but she didn't like it. She sort of stuck behind me, clinging onto my heels. So I thought I think she got more confidence on the lead than off it, so I'll just keep her on the lead. She's happy mooching about. Yeah, right, good girl. Come on, come on then. A bit of a view off to the side of the track. That sort of down there for that tree line is the River Ree. So you can just about make out, or I can, the sort of parallel fence posts to kind of indicate where the railway would have been, because that's the right direction, heading over there. We might see it again in a bit. If you can see these at the bottom of this path, in some areas it's quite pronounced. There's obviously a pattern of stone, which I'm going to say is a Roman road. It's the only other places I've seen it on Roman road. I know there's a bit from Prescott to Ditton, which is, everybody knows, is a old Roman route. I reckon this is the same. Let's look at that. They've been laid as a pattern, and that's kind of like the cobbled street look, which is how they would have been. no way. Okay, these are a bit more random, but that's just years. Bit of erosion has shown up more to me, so I'm gonna say that this is, and also it's a very straight route, which is very, look at me, sound like Baldrick. I'll obviously go straight on down there. Anyway, we'll pick that up in a bit because there's more of that. But we're going to hit the road and turn left and down to Hardwick Forge. I've never seen that go before. I would have said there's no wind. That's going 10 to the dozen, isn't it? Very good. It's Hardwick Forge. I assume that was an old blacksmith cottage. I don't really know. It just sounds like one, doesn't it? That little view there's not too shabby, is it? You're probably not getting this on the camera, but I'm seeing little swifts and swallows. I'm not quite sure how to tell the difference, but they're here. They're back. Okay, I'm going to make a little deviation in a minute. The Simon Evans Way would carry straight down this road, through the ford, and then cut across some fields into Orton. Too many stiles and too much road for me, so I'm going to veer off left and sort of join the Jack Mytton Way, and that'll bring me up to Prescott, and then along that Bridleway, and then we'll come up Factory Lane, which you've probably seen before. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous afternoon, and really nice just to have a amble. Where you are. This kind of confirms my theory. That I know is an old Roman road, because just down there, which I'll show you a bit later, is an old Roman bridge. It's like 4,000 years old. And that hedge line up there is the bit we came out of that path. So it's straight line from down behind me, straight line to join that other bridleway. It's kind of how the Romans did things. Didn't mess about with corners and bends and S shapes. They just went A to B. So that has to be an old Roman road. So there you go. Here, I'll show you the bridge. Here's the bridge. You can see some bits of it. Probably can't see that very well in the light, can you? But it's not very wide. Wouldn't need it to be, would it? And these sort of ramparts in the middle. So that might be something as well, isn't it? All that, and the way the river's split up. But yeah, this is ancient. I think it's part of our infamous Jack Mytton Way. So we'll be coming along here, won't we? We do the bit in July. Some bunny wabbits, you can see those. Alright, this bit here is back with the railway line again. So we're back on that bit of route. Sort of coming from over there again, sort of following the river. Hello mate, you just blocked my view. So we're walking, there's a big old siding up here, so obviously there's some important part of it went on. Still on that route. Hello. Alright. And we join the main road. And we exit sharp left. Yeah, and we rejoin that Roman road. And this goes all the way to Ditton. And there's very evident parts of the old cobbled sort of surface appears every now and then. Have a sort of stalemate going on here with the dog. I was going to go that way back, up Factory Lane. Dog's pretty adamant we're going on up, so we'll go on up. She's female. I know how it goes. Go on then, go your way. This is actually the who are you? Something rustling in there. Yeah, this is back on the Simon Evans Way now, but the outward going bit. Actually, we're kind of going the wrong way then. But there you go. And occasionally, you still see bits of that stone. I'll make a picture. All those bluebells. That's Misha's favourite fields up there. He's very happy in those fields. He knows where everything is. A bit nervous anywhere else, aren't you, mate? Like being out your comfort zone. There you go, I'll show you that bit and then I'll shut up about it. But yeah. Old Baldrick will be here now, won't it? With his little mates digging away with a paintbrush. They love it. But there's coins and God knows what under here. I'm going to risk it down here. This is a short bridleway that links that track bridleway to Factory Farm and Factory Lane. So it would be a brilliant connection for us to a mountain bike route or horse trek. But the last bit is a bog. Strange to me how it's always wet, even though when you look at this ground it is bone dry. So make your own, make what you will of that. But I'm hoping that it is drier and passable. But sometimes, you know, on foot you just can't get there. You lose your boot. So fingers crossed. This is the bit I'm on about. I think I'm going to go hard left and hang on to the hedge. But it's not too bad, but it's not really good either, is it? Anyway, I'm going to put my phone away and suss it out. And here we cross the River Ree. I have seen a kingfisher down here, about twice. But I thought that was a bit of an honour. I don't see them very often. But I'd never seen one until about a year ago. And then over there is the old railway line route, which I'll show you a bit clearer in a minute. There you go. Be a scene out of a World War II movie, couldn't it? Okay, well, I'm very nearly home now. The last bit of Factory Lane. So I'm going to knock this on the head. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. It's an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. And to be honest, I wish I'd gone out all day long. That wouldn't be cricket, would it? So anyway, I'm going to go home now and unblock my manhole. That's not a euphemism, that is actually a blocked manhole full of stuff. So that's my punishment for having a good time. So yeah, thank you again, hope you enjoyed watching and I'll see you on the next one.